Time for some crime. Are we that hot? I imagine this is what actual Nancy looks like too. Because we've never seen her, so I'm just gonna assume now. Alright, let's do it. Start new game. Okay. I wasn't ready, but I literally did not do any research. Okay. So I hope you're all prepared. Okay. The events in this game are based on true crimes committed during the Nazi era and investigated in the young Federal Republic of Germany. With the exception of Fritz Bauer, the names of all those involved have been changed. Any similarities with existing persons of the same name are purely coincidental. I didn't know this was a subject matter, but all right, let's go. Continue. Did I click it? No. Ow.
Frankfurt,
Ooh.
West Germany, 1956. 11 years after the end of World War II, many crimes of the Nazi era still go unpunished. The perpetrators of these crimes are walking free. Many judges, prosecutors, and police officers have already served under the Nazis. Now they have no interest in prosecuting their former comrades for actions similar to their own. For the victims of these crimes, this is unbearable. To end this, Attorney General Fritz Bauer establishes a special unit of young prosecutors with no ties to the old regime. I am Esther Katz. I am one of these prosecutors. We are investigating Nazi crimes and bringing perpetrators to justice. Not to avenge, not to heal, but to show that there are laws that apply to all. It doesn't make us popular. Most want to forget. Some want us to shut up. But they cannot stop us. Nothing belongs to the past. Everything is still present and can become the future again.
Whoa. Intense. I know a 180. It is a 180, but also this does seem interesting. I know, I can't believe there's also a VO for the demo. That's very impressive to me. All right, I'm ready. Work in progress. Demo. Okay. A new job. Rub it in my face. Continue. Whoa, okay. Sorry, I'm burping. Welcome to the Darkest Files. This tutorial will help you go... Oh, you can move with this. Try going upstairs. Okay. I kind of wanted to go look around here, though. Is that okay? Whoa! The art is actually very interesting.
Hello? Anybody here? Not much of a welcome party.
You can press, or you can interact with highlighted objects. Nobody seems to be here. Try opening the door to your office. Which is my office? This one? Yes.
Now, where
I
have
thought that was... Is that a person?
No. Paula Fisher, what is it with you and your forgetfulness?
Okay, what is it that you're doing right now? When being inside dialogue, it can happen that you choose between different answers. Select your choice and confirm. Is this the right office?
Is this my new office?
Oh, hello. Good morning. Sorry I didn't hear you enter. You must be Miss Katz, right?
It's a demo day. It was an accident, but I'm into it. We're gonna still play Nancy after this one.
So it is my office. Good. Had me worried there for a moment.
Oh, yes. Of course, yes, it is. I was just... yes. Paula Fisher. Hello. I'm a legal assistant here for Mr. Bauer's team. Well, the legal assistant. We're a bit understaffed at the moment.
It's nice to meet you, Paula.
Oh, it's my pleasure, believe me. I've brought you this week's newspaper and a letter that arrived for you. Anyway, I should probably be going. I'll be at my desk if you need anything. You'll find me. Or through the intercom. We just had the whole system installed. It made my life so much easier.
When will Dr. Bauer
When can I
arrive?
expect to meet Dr. Bauer?
Mr. Bauer wants to talk with you once you've acclimatized. His words, not mine. He should be arriving soon for that matter, so should the rest of the team.
I see. Very well then. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our team, Miss Katz.
All right then. First encounter, check.
Seduce the
Time for
plan.
me to settle in.
Okay, well, I guess we should go look at everything, right? So, I wonder if I can look at stuff outside of my desk. It is a demo, so I'm not expecting... well, let's go look out the window. Ooh! The art in this is so cool!
The last holiday we spent together as a family. I'm so glad Dad made us do it. Franz was such a show-off that summer. Always trying to impress the girls. I wish you were here, big brother.
Oh, I have to do this. I see.
A new job deserves a fresh journal, ready to be
That
filled
looks
with
just like
notes
my
and tasks.
Snorlax notebook. That makes no sense. It's because it looks like the it looks like my Snorlax notebook if Snorlax wasn't on it. You have quick access to all your important tools. You can use the radial menu by holding. Oh, the notebook contains your current to-dos, overview of characters, and more. Okay. What's that? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to see... To settle in and unpack my belongings. Oh, okay. Alright. She only wants what any mother would for her daughter, for me to marry a lawyer. Becoming one myself wasn't what she'd consider a valid alternative. Leads to follow. Ooh, okay. How do I get out of this faster? Alright.
Look at that. Written evidence of all those
Can we put
sleepless
stickers on it
nights.
like Frog Detective?
And
I'm
a
gonna
ton of
say
coffee.
probably not.
But here I am. I finally made it. Pretty sure it was all worth it.
I wonder... Oh, I can just escape to get out. That's easier. The intercom and phone. The intercom allows you to communicate with Paula. You can use the phone to contact. Ooh! Wait, you can't even see because I'm blocking it, but there's like a cool icon. I love that a lot. There it is.
Hello?
Oh my god, how
Mr. Bauer
cool!
is ready for you. He says at your own time. With him, that means as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'd better get going then.
Good luck.
That art is awesome. That's super cool. Let's read the news. Catholic Day leave. Tension with Moscow. Defending Europe. Make it 7. The lottery 6 out of 49 belongs to the past. The main prize would now require the correct choice of 7 numbers, decreasing the chance of picking the winning sequence, but increasing the prize itself. Huh. Alright, let's read about some history, shall we? Japan continues its peace treaty negotiations with the Soviet Union, trying to avoid what Prime Minister Harajama's government has been calling the Eisenhower formula. The current draft holds significant similarities to the deal signed by Germany last autumn, especially in its demand for Japan to recognize Soviet claims of the occupied territories of Sakhalin and the Kuril Islands. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce words. The German army will be supplied with American equipment for the years 1957 to 1960. The preparations for this deal were completed by U.S. Secretary of State John Foster Dulles and West German Ambassador to Washington Kreckler. I'm bad at history stuff, so I apologize. Oh my god! Okay, we're gonna say show transcript. My dear daughter, my heartfelt congratulations on your promotion. Being a state attorney at the age of 30, that is no small feat. You achieved this on your own, though through diligence and brilliance of mind. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Though it is a great honor to work for the Attorney General directly, Dr. Bauer is not always easy to work with, I hear. But people are saying a lot of good things about him too, so please don't let me spook you. I wish you all the best for your new position. No father has ever been prouder of his daughter. With love, your father. P.S. Your mother asked if you're coming home at the weekend. I think she's still getting used to the fact that her daughter is working a job, not tending a family. Dang. Right. Phone?
No signal. The line must be dead.
Yeah, this aesthetic is
Maybe I should talk to
sick.
Paula about it.
Oh. Guess that's everything here. I guess we can just... Wait, what's this though? So that's your notes. I think this is probably just different aspects of your menu. All right.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Phone's dead.
I tried to use the phone before, but it looks like the line is dead.
Oh, I'm afraid your phone hasn't been connected just yet. It should be done by next week. Sorry for the inconvenience. The intercom works though, so you can always talk to me. Do you need something else?
Where is the office?
Paula, where can I find Mr. Bauer's office?
It's the door on your left, at the end of the room.
On my left. Oh, it's not enough in... Oh, yeah, we should romance these plants. Dang. Okay. Bauer.
Miss Katz, welcome
Oh
to
my
the
God.
front line.
Intense. Oh, I'm supposed to talk. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Bauer.
Just Mister. We're working together. My name, as you already know, is Fritz Bauer, General Prosecutor. Much to the displeasure of the public, I insist on investigating the many crimes committed under the NSDAP. Most of them, of course, have long since gone cold. And nobody out there truly wishes for us, for you, to solve them. Or frankly, to even touch them. A rather thankless job, may I say. Are you up for it?
This is...
I was not aware there would be a test for this position.
This entire job is a test, Miss Katz.
I'm ready to solve a crime.
But no matter. Miss Katz, I believe I have the perfect case for you to start with.
I'm listening.
Hans Naumann, an older gentleman,
Oh, gosh.
shot just before the end of the war.
Okay.
And why does this fall under our jurisdiction?
The suspects. According to the victim's wife, her husband was taken by a uniformed man for no reason. He never came back. His body was found in a forest nearby after the war. Shot in the head.
Are there files?
Do we have any files? Any leads?
Yes, from the original investigation.
That's Skarsgård energy.
Miss
That
Naumann
makes sense to
reported
me.
her husband's
The
death
voice
to the
especially.
police. A case was opened. The public prosecutor's office investigated members of the NSDAP local group. They're suspects. However, no charges were pressed. Based on the investigation, Hans Naumann was lawfully executed.
You disagree.
You don't think that's the case, do you?
I have my doubts. The first thing that I'll need you to establish is why Hans Naumann was taken. Depending on the answer, we'll see if the case warrants a full investigation. I asked Mrs. Fisher to prepare a file. It should probably already be on your desk. I suggest you familiarize yourself with it and invite the widow to give a statement.
I don't have a phone.
Mrs. Fisher should be able to help you with that.
Right.
Okay.
Look at the files. Invite the first witness. I'll need a refresher on the Nazi hierarchy. Understanding the chain of command will be crucial. Paula did say to ask her if I needed anything.
Alright, I feel like first we should read the file. Paula can be tasked with various things like looking for needed files, doing more research on certain topics, or call witnesses. Okay. Let's read the file. Select a category in the left. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's see. Person responsible, Manfred Wagner. Dear Mr. Bastian, the investigation into the death of Hans Neumann from Munich has revealed that he fell victim to a violent crime. Oh my god, it's intense! For details, please see the attached file report. We were able to identify 4 possible suspects who were connected with the victim's disappearance. Alfred Faltman, Hermann Kiebitz, Karl Schickert, Herbert Schwartz. The police investigation is thus considered closed, and we hereby officially turn the case over to your prosecutor's office. If you encounter any questions during the examination for indictment, please do not hesitate to contact us at any time. Okay. On May 10, 1945, a dead body was reported to the police in a wooded area near Munich. The deceased was identified as Hans Neumann, age 77. The autopsy revealed that he was killed by a gunshot to the forehead at close range. No other injuries were found. The victim's widow filed a criminal complaint against unknown persons on August 8, 1945. She had observed 2 men pick up her husband on April 28. Okay, so, wait. I'm just trying to get these dates in order. So they took him on April 28, and then she filed, and then found May 10th, filed August 8th. Why did it take so long to file a complaint? She observed 2 men pick up her husband. He had been considered missing ever since. The 4 suspects identified in connection with the victim's disappearance were interrogated. All suspects testified that the victim was guilty of treason and was therefore lawfully executed. So they admit they were there. So they admitted it, no? The evaluation of what... I guess we're trying to figure out if it was lawful, right? The evaluation of whether a crime has been committed is the responsibility of the authorized prosecutor's office. Okay, yeah. All right. On record, block warden Mittermoser saw a man climbing up the block's flagpole, attempting to tear down the Reich flag and replace it with a white flag. Mittermoser ordered the perpetrator to stop and attempted to apprehend him. The perpetrator attacked him and fled the scene. The block warden was injured in result. Mittermoser is certain that he recognized a young resident of the block, Jan Neumann, in the perpetrator. Oh. Measures taken. Local group leader Faltman immediately set up a detachment to arrest and interrogate the suspect. Okay. These are all the people... Yeah. Okay. In the above-mentioned proceedings, we made the following decision. The proceedings shall be discontinued pursuant to whatever. The victim was a communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonable actions in a wartime situation. The execution of the victim was carried out according to law in force at the time of the crime. Okay. The proceedings were discontinued. Look at all this law. Oh my god. An act may be punished only if it was punishable by law. Wait. So... Okay. Anyone at... Wait, I think I understand. Anyone at home or as a German abroad who abets the hostile power during a war against the Reich or causes a disadvantage... Wait, hold on. Let me try to understand this. Laws... Law, it's so hard. Wait, okay. Wait, let me try to understand this. Interesting. I'm afraid this is going to be intense. I'm not going to agree. I'm afraid. In view of these 2 laws, it is not possible to carry out further investigations into this case as the suspects acted accordingly to the contemporary laws. I think what they're trying to say is, like, before the war ended, the law said that you could do this, but now the war is over, and you cannot do these things. So now we have to decide if that was legal. Again, yeah, intense. This game, never. But I think that's what they're trying to say. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow, intense.
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I'll do
I need
both,
some
I
additional
guess.
files.
Something specific?
What do I want to really know? I guess resistance research.
The victim was supposedly involved in rebellious activities.
Yeah, this makes sense.
I'd need
that this
information
is
on the state
happening.
of
It's
the
just
resistance around Munich
bonkers.
in April 45.
Of course. I'll start looking.
That's the thing about
Anything
law,
else?
right? Is that like it's not about what's morally sound. It's about whether or not it was illegal or not, right? Invite a witness, I suppose.
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
That's why I'm
Ludmilla
nervous. That's why
Naumann,
I'm afraid
the
of what we're
victim's
gonna,
widow.
what the answer is gonna be.
I want to hear
this.
her version of what happened.
Of course.
Also, do
I'm
you
on
see
top
that
of it.
cat? Do you
Anything
see that
else?
cat right there?
I need some additional files. I need more details regarding NS organizations. Chains of commands, ranks, and badges. Anything you can get your hands on.
Of course, I'll get
Smelling
right to
chocolate.
it. Anything else?
Bro, that's wild. It's so. Like,
Thank
I
you,
mean, I
Paula.
get it.
That will be all for now.
I guess.
Here if you need anything. Oh, by the way, did you talk to
I
your
get it, but no, I
colleagues
don't.
already?
You know what I
They
mean?
should still be in their offices.
In theory. But it's like, that's some shit. Alright, my office. Did she say... Wait, I wasn't listening. Am I supposed to do something?
Still no signal.
I wasn't listening. Is anyone here? Did anybody arrive? I can't do my work until you give me the files. What happens if I just like, go wander around? If I need the files and I need my witness, what can I do in the meantime? Conference room? Ooh. Simon. Who's Simon? Let's find out.
What are you doing here, Katz?
Who is that?
Getting reacquainted with my new coworker. I had hoped so, at least.
You know perfectly well what I mean.
Hi, Selena. We're just trying a demo really quick. I don't. What?
No, it seems I really don't.
Why are you here, Katz? Not in the room. Here. Working for Mr. Bauer?
What?
What do you mean by that?
I'd have expected you to take a cushy position at your father's.
Who
Or at
cares?
some other prestigious office, at his recommendation.
I'm here.
Are
Who
you sure
cares?
it's me you're talking about?
I suppose since you're here, you won't be going anywhere for some time. Not anywhere up, at least. And there's enough trouble here without all this.
Okay.
I assume you've come
Who
up with a
is this guy?
suggestion?
Let's just call it a truce.
Very well, as long as you keep to it.
Katz, welcome to our little hell.
Peters.
Oh. Okay, maybe my files are here now. Let's check. Can I turn off the light? No. I thought maybe I could. All right. Do I have my files or what? No. I don't. I wasn't listening. When am I going to get them? Let's check. Let's ask. Wait, do you have them yet?
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
Nothing.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
I need my files. What's this?
Oh, hello. Oh, please forgive the mess. I'm afraid I didn't have the time to clean up. Miss
Why is it
Katz,
so long?
right?
Yes.
Esther Katz, nice to meet you.
Papa.
Pleasure is all mine. Christoph Olmuth. Christoph, preferably. I try
Okay.
to be on first name basis.
Okay. How's that going?
And how's that going?
It worked with Paula, not with Simon, didn't dare to try it with Bauer.
In this case, I would prefer you treat me like your male colleagues.
We are a small team. I'd love to tell you that we are small and tight-knit, but, well, happy to have more people join the fight. Especially someone like you.
What does that mean?
And what do you mean by that?
Well, you're a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Sorry. What I meant to say is, you're a woman and a prosecutor. That didn't sound better.
No.
Not really.
It does not.
Right. Well, high time. That's it, in short.
What?
Right. Again,
You're not going to
it's a
explain
pleasure to meet
yourself?
you.
Likewise.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to working alongside with you.
There's nothing left
We're
for me to do.
done. You can
I
leave
should
through
call
the
it a
door
day.
downstairs. Okay. Alright, we'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully have our files. Alright. Ooh! The art for this is truly interesting. The reason why I downloaded this is because the art really stood out. Which is why I'm like, I didn't know that that's what this game was about. Whoa! Ooh, the date. Oh wait, no. I thought it was daytime. It's not daytime. Well, I mean, is it? I don't
Miss
know.
Katz, good morning.
Hi.
If you have a moment, I got you the files you requested.
Okay.
Good morning, Paula.
An overview of the Wehrmacht, police, and NSDAP, just as ordered. As for the resistance, there was a group around
A
Munich
woman
at the
having a
time,
job? Oh.
called themselves
She updates
Freiheitsaktion
her
Bayern,
files.
Bavarian
Don't forget to
Liberation
look.
Action. I did get my hands on one of their leaflets. They must have annoyed a lot of people back then. There was even a specific order to shoot everyone who took part in their actions. It was part of the legal justification for the original verdict. I added them all to your file.
Great. I'll get started on them right away.
Mrs. Naumann should be joining us later today. Not a morning person, apparently.
Tell me
Thank you,
about it.
Paula.
Oh, one more thing. They finally connected your phone.
I thought you said it would
It's
take
working
weeks.
all right. You even missed a call. I wrote down the number for you.
Okay. New documents available. Well, I guess let's go into our office. The devs have a couple more in this art style.
I
There's
should
even a
call the
free
number
graphic
Paula
novel.
gave
No
me.
way! Oh my god! I would love. What did she say? I wasn't listening. Whatever.
Who do I want to call?
I was talking. Mr. Bauer is down the hall. No, let's call this
Hello.
number.
Esther Katz speaking.
This
I
is
was
so
called
cool,
from this number.
The look of this.
Oh, Esther, my dear, so good to hear you.
Dad? Where are you? What's this number?
I'm at home. We got a new number. It's unlisted.
Ah.
Your mother hopes this way we'll receive fewer client calls. I hope I'm not disturbing you, dear.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm busy, but I can always make room to talk to you.
Oh no, it's all right then. You should return to your work. If you ever feel like talking, you can always reach out to me, dear. My hard-working
Ah.
daughter. I'm proud of you.
Interesting. Okay, well let's check out all of the stuff that we got. Oh my gosh. Warning for those of you who just came in. This is what this game is about. We're solving a murder. Ah, more stuff. Oh my god. I feel weird reading some of this out loud, but it's part of the game. Just remember, I'm just reading. Hi, Tyler. Who needs to pay attention in a detective game? Who needs it? All right. Okay. In this most difficult time for our nation, more than ever, the responsibility for Germany's fate rests on all of our shoulders. All Germans are called upon to fight against the traitors in our own country. Okay, yeah, I understand what's happening. The resistance is to be disarmed. The uprisings have to be quelled. Anyone who... I feel like I watched a movie about this recently. I'm trying to remember. Anyone who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is a traitor and must be shot. The name of Germany will not be tarnished. I trust in your confidence, your absolute allegiance and discipline. This is a leaflet of resistance group. Oh, I see where... Okay, I feel like I understand what's going on. Yeah, so basically this is a game where we are working in a legal office to try to It's like right after the war, but we're tackling things that happened before the war and seeing if they legally are sound. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The war is over. The oppressors have lost. Do not defend the city against the allies. Avoid unnecessary bloodshed. Tear down the Reich flags from the roofs. Raise the white flags. Welcome our liberators. Freedom is near. Death to the Nazi criminals. Join the campaign to liberate Bavaria. Okay. State structure. I'm not gonna remember any of this information. I'm not gonna remember any of that. I'm not gonna remember. Okay. Following Hitler's appointments as Chancellor and NSDAP's victory in the 1933 elections, the party structure began to intertwine with and subsume that of the state apparatus. While state and regional governments were not outright dissolved, their significance and authority were heavily diminished in favor of the Gau regional associations. I don't know if I'm saying any of these words correctly. At the head stood a Gaull leader, appointed directly by Hitler, responsible for coordinating all party-related activities in the region and for ensuring NSDAP's authority and influence. To facilitate these goals, they overlapped and overruled that of local officials. This authority extended to the party members that were part of its office or subdivisions. I'm not going to remember any of this information. I truly am not going to remember any of this, but it's fine. Hello?
Paula?
Mrs. Naumann just arrived. I showed her to the conference room.
Thank you. I'll be right there.
Witnesses here. A witness has arrived and ready to be interrogated. Enter the conference room to hear her version of information. Conference room. No, wait. No. Conference room.
You must be Mrs. Naumann. Thank you for coming.
Interesting.
My name is Esther Katz. I am one of the prosecutors in Attorney General Bauer's team.
Okay.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
There's a lot of
I am
information,
very
yeah.
grateful
And I'm
that
really
you
bad
found
with
the
historical
time.
facts.
The last prosecutor who looked into my
Like,
husband's death
remembering that might be hard
didn't
for
even
me.
speak to me. He dismissed the case, claiming my husband was rightfully executed as a traitor.
Okay. I mean, I know why the prosecutor thought that, but
Did your husband do anything for
yeah,
which
the
he
art
could be
is really
accused of
interesting,
treason?
right? I
Of
agree.
course not. The men that took him weren't even looking for him.
I see.
Oh.
I know it's not easy, but please take me through the day your husband was taken.
Yo,
It
this
was
might
in
be
April
intense.
45.
Just a warning.
Only days before the Americans came.
Where were you that day?
Home. We lived in a small house. Hans was upstairs when the doorbell rang, before someone hammered against the door.
Interacting in memories. By focusing on certain objects of interest, Esther will form a question related to it. Whoa. Oh.
Did you and your husband live alone?
No, there was also our son Jan. He insisted on staying with us to help around the house,
Interesting.
at least until the end of the war.
We're past
But
detectives.
he wasn't in. He went out in the morning before we woke up.
Okay. I feel like the door is what. Oh.
And what was Hans doing?
Fixing our roof. Trying to.
Oh, it makes me
The stubborn
sad.
wolf. I always told him to be careful and let our son help him. You're not young anymore, I said. But he always knew better.
She said that they weren't looking for him, so they. Or they. Well, okay, let's just.
When you
Let's just find
opened
out.
the door, who was it?
There were two men. One of them was pointing a gun at me.
I guess. What time was it?
Do you remember what time of the day it was?
We just had lunch, so it must have been close to 1 p.m.
Okay. How about...
Did you see something outside?
This mechanic is really interesting.
It has been a while, I'm not exactly sure. There was a car, I think. Yes, yes, one of those big, terrible trucks that they used.
I remember them.
Oh no.
They were just everywhere.
Okay, any other question other than this? I'm scared. My God, I'm about to get so sad.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Both wore uniforms.
Ah.
Brown ones, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I see. That's why we need to look at our case file.
Did they belong to the Wehrmacht?
No. Not Wehrmacht and
I
not
see.
police either. Maybe some kind of party officials or something. One of them was small, thin. He
Ugh,
wore
it's
glasses, I
creepy.
remember
Ew, get away
that.
from me.
The second man was bigger. He was the one pointing the gun at me. He seemed to be in charge.
Be careful when listening to a witness. It could be you get the chance to interrupt by pressing in time. Oh.
What made you think that?
He had 2 golden stripes on his uniform, and he was bossing the small one around. He yelled and waved his gun around to...
Let me stop you for a second.
Oh,
The
cool.
stripes on his uniform.
Oh. If only I had read this. What badges did the witness describe? A brown uniform with 2 stripes. Right? What if I'm wrong? What if I wasn't listening very well? It's too late.
Could one of these be the
I did it! I
badges?
got it!
Let me see. Yes. That's the one here. The local group leader. That's the
brain.
one.
Brown
That is
uniform.
very useful. Thank you. Please continue.
They demanded
These
to speak
mechanics are
to
really
Mr.
interesting. Like, they're
Naumann.
really cool.
The gun was still there, and I was just so afraid I couldn't even move. Hans came down and asked them what they wanted.
No!
They demanded to know if there was anyone with us.
Oh, because they were looking for the
When
sun.
we said no, the smaller guy
Because
looked
he
in
changed the
other
flags
rooms.
out to the white flag.
He found no one.
But because he
It
was
was
out.
only Hans and I.
Oh.
Then the big one told Hans that he had to come with them for questioning.
Then that means this wasn't legal because they took the dad of the person they were looking for, which means that it's not legal. I mean, it sounds wild because the whole thing is awful, but like according to the law of this time, it's still illegal.
Did they say why they were questioning him?
No, they did not. They ignored Hans when he asked for their reason. Then everything happened so fast. The small one said they'd let him go if our son would turn himself in. Then they just herded him out, like an animal.
As the witnesses finishes their story, you can move around and interact with multiple objects to learn more. Once you're done, leave through the golden circle. Okay, so... let's see. I can... Whoop! I can't go upstairs. I don't think there's anything for this crime. I think this is a tutorial, so there isn't anything to look at. But that it just gives you the opportunity to explore. But I think we don't actually need to do anything, so.
This was the last time I saw him alive. Me and my son never got the chance to say goodbye.
Wait, did they take the son too? I thought they didn't. Wait, okay. It's fine.
What
We'll
was
figure it
that
out right
man's
now.
comment about your son?
Jan. He was living with us at that time. But he didn't show up that night or the following. He got into some trouble. Bad trouble.
Do you think the men were looking for your son?
I believe so, yes. At least that's what they said.
Wait a second. I think it was mentioned somewhere.
Yup. Oh, okay. We are looking for the flag note, right? Yes. We saw him climbing on a flagpole, changing out the flags. It's this one.
Please, take a look.
Oh God. Here it is. He recognized him as Jan Naumann. I can't believe there was proof all along. And the former prosecutor just dismissed it. How could he?
I wish I knew. I am really sorry.
Why am I looking there?
Please, continue. What happened upon your son's
Sorry.
return?
When Jan finally came back, it was already too late. We asked the authorities about Hans, but they pretended not to know anything. After war, my husband was found dead in a forest nearby. Shot. I believe he died the same day they took him.
I would really like to talk to your son about it.
You and I both, dear. But I am afraid that's not possible. Jan died only a few months after his father. Pneumonia. Hans was innocent. They killed him, and that's murder. No matter what they call it.
I hear you, Mrs. Naumann.
We have proof, so...
Please, Miss Katz. Will you find the man?
Do my best.
I will do my very best.
Thank you.
We will let you know if we have enough for an indictment.
I feel like
Please.
we do. I feel like
Paula
we
will
do.
help you to the door. Goodbye. I should update Mr. Bauer.
Okay, Mr. Bauer. Oh, when finding a promising lead, you should inform Mr. Bauer. Contact him by using your phone or going in person. Let's go in person. I mean, he's right here. Why would I call
Miss
him?
Katz, any news regarding the Naumann case?
Yes, I think so. After talking to Mrs. Naumann, it seems like Hans Naumann was indeed innocent. The men were looking for his son, Jan Naumann. When they couldn't find Jan, they took Hans instead, the father.
I assume that's what Miss Naumann told you.
I have
But
proof.
are you sure she is telling the truth?
According to the files, the man they were looking for had climbed up a flagpole, torn down a flag, and beaten up a block warden when he was caught in the act. Hans Naumann was 77 years old at the time. Of course, there are older men who are in good shape, but
Pulling down a flag and beating someone up seems unlikely. I understand.
It also
Yes.
names Jan
I
in the
see,
document.
but why did the
straight
man
up.
take him if they knew he was innocent?
You saw Sam roasting Duger because Clark is wearing her socks, so they fit. I love that. All the roasts are so good. I hope I see Clark today. I don't know because I never know, especially the jet lag bedtime stuff.
according to Mrs. Naumann, they took him as a hostage. They were hoping his son, Jan, would surrender once he learned that they had his father.
Highly illegal, even back then. Not uncommon, though. But why did they shoot the old man?
I guess you're right. I guess I don't know.
That I don't know yet.
I thought it was just because
But
they
I
were
believe
assholes.
this is definitely a case for us.
It is indeed.
What's next?
So what happens now?
I will officially reopen the investigations tomorrow. You need to find out who was at the crime scene when Hans Naumann was shot. We need witnesses.
I'd start with
in
the
the
names
forest?
mentioned in the files of the first investigation.
Excellent. Let's get this case to court, Miss Katz.
Do I then go to
Time
court?
to invite the suspects. And it
Huh?
would be good to know more about them.
Whoa, this is way more like elaborate than I was expecting.
That poor man. And that poor woman. She lost everyone she loved in a matter of a few months. I really hope we can help her.
I hope so too.
Anything I can do?
I guess
I need
both
some additional
things.
files.
It's a demo. Everybody, this is fine.
Only a few documents survived the bombing, but I found a group photo and a member list from a few years before the incident. I took the liberty of marking the suspects. One of them, Mr. Schwarz, is dead.
Well, that was quick.
Just doing my job. Any other documents I can get for you?
Sure.
The member list is helpful, but I'd still need something more about our suspects. Can you get me their files?
I'll reach out to the Berlin Document Center. But, just so you know, they tend to take their time.
Oh no, what does that mean?
Nothing for now, thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to see those friends of mine today. That's the plan.
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who
But you
should
know
I
what
reach
happened
out to?
last time Duker came to town? I went to go see her and then she fell asleep. Who should I reach out to? I don't know.
Please invite
Either.
Mr. Keats.
Both.
We'll reach out immediately. Anything else?
Okay.
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
Here if you need anything.
Okay.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Okay. This demo is quite long, no? I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, as long as y'all are fine with it. Okay. September 24, the first suspect. Continue. Whoa.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Do you have my stuff? Thoughts?
Miss Katz.
Yes.
Miss Katz.
Oh, okay. It's probably just in here. Alrighty. Let's check our file. Aha! Suspect background. Alright, those are the 3 men who suck. You know what? All of them. All of them. It's not just the 3. It's all of them. Okay. Let's see. But now we have... Well, it's probably this guy because he's like the thin guy with the glasses like they've described. And then probably this guy who showed up at the door. Right? That they fit the description. Transcripts. Okay. With the wife. This is interrogating the wife. What happened? I was at home. Oh, this is just the interview that we did. That we have reference of. So we can, like, check on it. These are just the uniforms. Okay. Anything else that's new in here? No. These are all the same. So they just gave me a little bit of extra info. But I don't think we need this right now.
Miss Katz,
They
excuse
all
me.
super
The witness you
suck.
asked me to contact, Hermann Kiebitz. He has just arrived.
Hopefully Duker doesn't fall asleep.
Thank you, Paula.
Yeah.
I'll be joining you in a minute.
Alright. New task. Let's get to it. I would say we can call her dad just to, because we can in this game, but...
Good morning. My name
that's
is
fine.
Esther Katz.
it's this guy.
Pleasure, miss.
Ugh,
Could
yeah, you
tell
seem
me how long
awful.
I have to wait for the prosecutor?
Blah!
Mr. Kiebitz.
Hate it.
I'm the prosecutor here.
Oh,
There's suck
Modern times, I
indicator,
guess.
yeah.
how long will this take?
As long as it needs. I'm gonna be as
It
mean to
will
him as I
take
can.
as long as it takes.
It's all right, miss. I'm just asking.
Let's get started, shall we? This is about the arrest of Hans Naumann in Munich on April 28, 1945. According to a witness, 2 men picked up Mr. Naumann from his apartment. Were you one of them?
You're pretty, you know.
Ew! Get away
Mr.
from me!
Kiebitz, were you one of those men?
No, I wasn't. I
Liar!
drove to the house. Then our group leader and Mr. Schickert got out of the car to arrest the man.
You match the
Then
description.
they tossed the old man into the car and headed to the district office.
You are a liar.
After we put him in the cell, I waited in the hallway talking to Mr. Schickert.
The district office. Where was it located?
I don't believe him
We
at
just
all.
had moved it into the basement of
still stuffed with beer bottles and barrels. The higher ups decided it would be a safer place for us. With all the Yank air raids, Group Leader Faltman went into the district leader's office.
I know, we've been all over the place on stream today. Let's see. I guess we only have this to look at then. Okay.
What was the name of the district leader?
Herbert Schwarz.
Could you hear what they were saying?
Only after they came out of the office. District Leader Schwarz came out and gave the command.
What command?
Why?
What did he say?
He ordered us to execute the man. Then he left.
I guess that's
felt
the guy
uneasy.
with the glasses,
This
not
wasn't
the
right.
current guy. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I can look at stuff from this time around. Okay.
How many people were in your local group?
Around 10, but we were never all present at the same time due to shifts and different responsibilities.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Why did you relocate the office?
Because of
Emotional
a big air
whiplash.
raid. We wanted to be under.
I didn't know the game was about this.
We hoped that we would
But
be
it is
safer
interesting.
there.
What were your local group's responsibilities in the very last days of the war?
We were responsible for all concerns and for many households within Munich. Above all, we tried to eliminate insurgencies.
This guy trying to, like, validate himself.
Spending entire days
I
in a
don't think
damp
so.
cellar.
I don't think so.
They must have been bored and tried to pass the time.
Okay. Ugh, I'm scared.
Were there any other prisoners at that time?
Obviously, yes. We had to put the traitors somewhere. We adapted part of the storage rooms as cells.
Oh, wait. There's this thing too.
They must have had petrol to run the generator. Or to destroy evidence.
Okay, can I go in here too? Not really. I guess we wouldn't be able to. Why would we? Because this would just give us the answer, right? So, anything else? Oh!
Was your local group in contact with other local groups?
Just in Bavaria, there were 28 local groups. We were in constant contact with them.
Okay. Let me see. And then this is maybe it?
How did you ensure the energy supply?
The district struggled to produce enough energy. There were frequent power failures. For emergency, we had a generator. If worst came to worst, we used oil lamps.
Okay. How am I gonna prove that this guy is the worst?
We followed Group Leader Faltman to the cell. There was tension.
I'm afraid! I'm afraid! I'm afraid!
Could you describe the cell?
Very basic. Mattress, window, chair.
I'm afraid. I don't want to see it.
Were the compartments prepared to host
I'm
prisoners?
scared.
Kind of. We adjusted them so our prisoner could stay there for interrogations and not get out.
For how long were the prisoners held in these cells?
Mostly around a week.
Okay. Yikes. Do you see this? Oh my god.
Being locked in a cell like this, not knowing what would happen next. This must have been so hard.
Okay.
What was Mr. Faltman doing?
Group Leader Faltman seemed to hesitate. He shared my concerns about killing the old sod. He told us to wait.
Okay.
Yet Schickert insisted. He referred to that new order about dealing with insurgents. He was such a stickler for the rule.
Wait a second. These orders you're talking about.
I don't know. I don't. Is it the one that says official order? I'm gonna assume.
Are you referring
Okay.
to this?
Yes, exactly. He was very vocal about it.
Very well. What did he say?
He insisted that any delay would constitute treason.
I don't think this sounds like
Tension
it. I don't want to see. I don't want to see.
Group leader Faltman ordered us to wait once more, but Shika
No, I don't
drew
wanna.
his gun and shot him.
I don't want to look. Dude. How do I leave? I don't think I have anything else. I'm out of here. Get me out. Get me out.
So what you are saying is, Schickard shot the old man against Mr. Faltman's order?
Exactly.
That's horrible.
These are brutal events you're getting to hear here. Are you sure you're up for it?
I don't know.
Honestly, no one would think this is a job for a woman. What do you have to prove? I will file a formal complaint.
Fuck this guy! Obviously.
That will not be necessary, Mr. Kiebitz. My superior knows quite well that I am up for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this job. Thank you for your time, Mr. Kiebitz.
Goodbye, Miss Katz.
I should update Mr. Bauer.
Aye. Oh my god, stress.
Miss Katz, what brings me to the honor of
I
your
know
visit?
what happened.
I interviewed our first suspect. Have you read the transcript?
I did.
Yeah, a guy doesn't know
How did it
Nancy
go?
Drew.
Well,
She's
this
been around
Mr.
for ages at
Kiebitz.
this point.
Let me put it this way.
What a dummy.
I have met newts who were more likable.
But we're not
Yeah.
having a sympathy contest, are we, Miss Katz?
I mean, but also,
No, of course not.
I know how you feel, but I can say from experience, it's better to ignore it. Besides him being an unpleasant fellow, what do you think about Mr. Kiebitz?
unpleasant is not
Kiebitz
the word
says
I would use.
he saw how his colleague Schickard killed Mr. Naumann. And according to him, Schickard shot even against the express order of the superior Faltman.
And he's telling the truth.
I have no reason to believe him, but I have to also interview the second witness, right, and see if it matches up. I can't tell.
Maybe, maybe not. At the current stage of the investigation, it is impossible to say conclusively.
I agree. This means you have to investigate further. Of course, what he says could be true, but he could also try to cover up his own involvement.
Exactly.
Either way, I see 3 further questions we need to answer. First question, who shot Mr. Naumann? Who did pull the trigger? Was it really Mr.
Right.
Schickard who pulled the trigger and executed the victim? Or is Kiebitz lying?
Because it could have been him.
Second question. Mr. Kiebitz claimed that his superior, Faltman, had refused the order by District Leader Schwarz to execute the prisoner. It might be relevant to clarify whether this is true. And thirdly, the witness testifies that Mr. Schickard threatened to inform the Gestapo about the insubordination. Whether this is true or not is up to debate, but either way should be investigated.
How do you get proof
Threatening
for things
others
that are
could be considered
verbal
coercion
only?
in court and, in case of doubt, also affect the verdict. If you found an answer to all of these questions, We should be able to build a solid case.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Miss Katz, may I have a word? I got something that might help you.
Go on.
So, I have done some digging beforehand
Yes?
and found something potentially useful for you. The brewery's blueprint. I
Yeah,
put
this
it in
game
your
is
office
really well
on the
made and
corkboard.
very, like,
I thought it
very
might help you to
detailed.
have more of a physical understanding of the crime scene.
I'm sure it will. Thank you, Paula.
Okay. Also.
Well, I'm sure glad that is over.
Tell me
Second
about
more, and
it.
I might have punched him myself.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Wait, what am I doing? Well, I don't know that I have any more info. I mean, let's find out. Let's just find out. Yeah, okay. This is just the same. We have, like, his file. Okay. Zip code, date of birth, divorce. This guy's a piece of shit. I was gonna say piece of poop, and it didn't feel strong enough. Then this is just all the stuff that we learned from that. Okay. I think this is everything else. We already had to. So, alrighty. Does that mean I am done for the day? Can I leave? No. So oh, maybe I need to make a phone call. Maybe I need to call somebody. Because I thought that she would make the phone call to meet the other witness. Oh! Reconstruction board! Your task is to reconstruct your own theory of the crime by comparing statements of the witnesses. Oh! Okay. Who ordered the execution? This is not reconstructed. Who shot Mr. Newman? Who resisted? Who threatened? Okay, yeah. I see. The blueprint displays the crime scene, the cellar where the victim was killed. All people involved are placed as figures on the board. Oh! The timeline is divided into 5 steps displayed here. A substantial part of your reconstruction is to decide who was where and did what in each step. Let's start editing. Click on the tool icon or press the corresponding button on your controller. In this mode, this is wild. Okay, you can edit your own theory. Try it out. Select the figure of Mr. Newman, then choose the cell to place him there. Okay. So he would go here. This figure is now placed for the first time step and will stay there until told otherwise. Okay. The stories of your suspects will not always match each other. On the right, you can see how each of them described the events. For now, you only interviewed one suspect, so there's only one version. You can view it by selecting the suspect right here. Place the figures in step 1 as the witness described. Faltman and Schwartz in the office. And Schwartz in the office. Oh! You built the first time step of your theory. Nicely done. Time to move to the next. Select the second step on the timeline. Did you see how the witness's statement changed to step 2 as well? Position your figures again accordingly, so move Schwartz and Falsman to the hallway. This is so interesting. Now there is movement in your theory. Let's watch it. Okay, so then they go out to the hall. This is so cool! Okay. You are already halfway there. Besides reconstructing the movement of figures, for some steps it's important to know who has done what. To bring the case to court, you need to answer Mr. Bauer's questions. You will find them here! To answer them, you'll have to assign actions to your figures. On some steps above the timeline, you see these little indicators. This means there is a question connected to it. Go to step 2 and reopen edit mode. Okay. Active question. In the bottom right is the question connected to the step. Who gave the order to execute the victim? Select a figure and assign the action. I don't know who did it. They said Mr. Schwartz gave the order. So let's say Schwartz. Okay. You answer Mr. Bauer's question by assigning, does it match what your suspect says? Yes. If you ever think you made a mistake, simply click on the arrows and redo. Undo, redo. Now you have movement and an action. Press play and see how it plays out. Okay, so they go into the hall. And then give us the order. Ah, this is so interesting. A non-spoiler tip. Is it did I find it? Or is it something else? There is a lot to this game, and there's a lot of gameplay too, which is so wild. I wasn't expecting it, but it's great. What do you mean I'm cool? Impossible. Hi, Selena. Yeah, we're solving crimes. Yeah, we kind of are Sherlocking it, actually. That's pretty accurate. Continue building your theory. However, you do not yet know whether the witness you questioned was telling the truth. If you want to return later, just close the board and your changes will be saved. Okay, perfect. So, I guess just in the... I'm trying to think if we should do this right now or if we should just go get testimony. Oh, there is a to-do list. Yeah, no, it's in the wheel, yes? Right here. Oops, that's not right. It's in here somewhere. Yeah. I just keep like not paying attention. I'm just get distracted. Okay. But this is sick. This is awesome. Who shot Mr. Newman? Who resisted the order? I guess I should put in the pieces first, and then we can see when we get another testimony if it like lines up based on that. So let's see if there is. Edit mode. Here we go. Okay. So that's where they are. And then for the third step, Faltman ordered Mr. Sugar and me to follow him into the compartment. And then we did. Okay, so follow to the compartment here. There's not room for that. Whatever. And right? And Mr. Faltman also would have gone in because he said they follow them. Okay. Wait. I clicked the wrong person. Wait. Okay. Wait, no, that's wrong. Wait, like that, okay. Trying to keep track of all the names. So Mr. Faltman ordered Schickert and Keepits. I'm not saying these names very well. It's okay, they're Nazis, I don't care. And then they went into the compartment. So Schwartz is still out here, I would imagine. Yes, okay. This next thing. Mr. Faltman saw the victim and refused the order, but Mr. Schicker insisted. So who resisted the order? Is this Faltman? And I think so. He resisted the order. Mr. Schicker insisted that the order of a higher ranking member must be followed. Oh, who resisted the order from Faltman? Who I see. You have to click them a little bit separate to like click the next action. I see. Okay. And then for this one, Schickard carried out the order. Apparently. Okay, so that should be correct. Well, according to this person's testimony, right? So that looks like what it's supposed to be. I don't know. Ugh, I really don't want to talk to my coworker who's trash.
What?
This fucking guy. Hello?
And hello to you too.
Right. Sorry. Tell me, Cuts, have
The
you...
mechanics in this game and the
Has
art style are honestly
anyone been to my office?
very impressive. I don't know.
Not
what?
that I know of.
No help, unsurprisingly.
I haven't been here 2 days. Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Oh, stop. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh my god.
Are you sure?
Yes, sorry, it's just... This is serious. Someone was here. Just don't say anything. Someone was here, in my office.
What do you
Going through
mean?
my documents, through my files, through my cases.
What?
Why do you think someone was here?
I have my ways of knowing.
What do you mean?
Ways, of course. Something more specific?
I know. I didn't know there was going to be a bigger
The
thing to
lamp
worry
was
about
moved,
here.
if you must know.
A lamp. Moved.
Yes, a lamp. I use it as a paperweight. Which means someone went through the documents under the lamp.
I guess that's probably pretty
Such
fair,
as?
actually.
That's none of your business, Cuts.
I mean, it does kind of make sense, to be perfectly honest. Not that I like this guy at all, but I would notice something like that too. So,
Right.
all right.
You know what? Forget it. What did you want, Cuts?
A person?
I have some
I
questions
don't know.
about somebody.
About whom?
You?
You, actually.
You want to talk about me? Should I feel honored?
No.
I thought we had agreed on something.
Right. What is it?
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to know this guy already. What do you do?
What do you do
What do
here?
you do?
Same as you.
even?
Get a case,
Someone
work
messed
it,
my
get it to
carefully
court,
arranged crayons.
win. We all work on separate cases, if that's what you meant. Usually, at least. It's just, there's so many of them. There's so few of us. And there's nowhere near enough time.
It's been a while since I've seen you.
Luckily,
Really, Peters?
continue. Sorry.
Why does he hate
How
me
have you
so
been?
much?
You do realize this is the most I've been well enough, Cuts. Well enough.
Aren't you engaged?
And how's... We're engaged, right? Julia?
You did. Close enough. I'm surprised you remember. It didn't work out.
I
We
can't see why.
didn't see eye to eye on some issues.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Not anymore.
Did you keep in touch with anyone?
From the university? No. We tried at first, but
They stopped because of your winning personality?
didn't you say we had agreed on something? We exchanged some letters with Walter, Ziegler,
They're in Bavaria, right?
Munich. Still, over time, we just stopped. Then I took up this position, and the few people that were left started avoiding me like a leper, including you did.
One more question. I have some
I don't
questions
really
about work.
know what I want to
So?
ask. How long have we been here?
How
I
long
guess?
have you been working here?
From the
So
start, I
roasted.
reached out as soon as I learned Mr. Bauer was
Crushed
to be the
him.
general prosecutor. He needed the best, so I joined.
What can you tell me about the work here?
It's important, necessary, but it's exhausting.
Yeah, no
And very
kidding
much
me.
unwanted by those outside of the team, if even that. And then there's the... No matter.
Go on.
What did you want to say?
It doesn't matter. You'll find out yourself.
You sound disappointed.
Hardly. In myself, if anything. It's a tough job. It takes its toll. In more ways than I had expected.
Got it. Back to the work topic. One more question.
I guess I,
I
could
have some
ask
questions about somebody.
Our boss.
About whom?
About Mr. Bauer.
Mr. Bauer is a good man, a righteous man, an idealist, very professional, and very good at what he does. Even if he can be a bit
What's
difficult
that?
to work with at times.
One more question.
I have no more questions.
Thank you.
I'm done.
That's
I don't
all.
want to talk to you anymore. I guess I could talk to that other guy, but also
Miss Katz, how can I help you?
I want you to.
I need some additional files.
Something specific?
update.
Any updates on the suspect's personnel files?
I've made the request, but no news since then.
Probably have to wait for a
Berlin's as
different
silent as
day.
always.
Okay, invite a witness.
I need you to invite a potential witness.
Of course. Who should I reach out to?
Hi, Concito. Oh my gosh. We've all been
Please
there.
invite Mr. Schickert next.
We'll reach out immediately.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
I wanted to check in with Christoph.
Yes, Miss Katz. Welcome.
Good day, Mr. Wohlmuth.
Actually, before you start, would you mind if for a change I ask you a question?
What do you mean for a change? I can ask.
What do you mean, for a change?
No, nothing bad, I assure you. From what I noticed, you just tend to drill people as if they were on the witness stand.
My arms hurt.
Again,
I can't
it's
stretch.
not a bad thing.
My arm's all the way out. Okay, what's the question?
That would depend on the question.
Am I wrong, or have you and our resident pessimist met before? I mean, Simon, or Mr. Peters, if you prefer.
Ow.
We do know each other. Not closely, but enough. We study together. We didn't really get on well, though. We did even worse than here, so that's saying something. I didn't really expect to see him
my
for a
arm
while
really
after
hurts.
that, to be honest. Especially not here. Not someone who'd take a job like this. Or so I thought. So yes, we've met before.
Was he always this much of an ass?
Apparently. Yes.
He actually got better, if you'd believe it.
No.
Really, he was much worse.
Talking shit about that guy who sucks. Okay.
Right then. Any other questions?
Not on my end. Yours?
I guess.
I have some questions
No
about
idea.
somebody.
Who would that be?
You, to be quite frank.
Then the answers might be quite boring. There just isn't that much to say. The name's Christoph.
Oh,
Again,
oh
I'm a
boy.
public prosecutor, as you might have guessed. Though I'm more of a pre-trial one. Interviews, research, documents, not court. I never did well with trials themselves.
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Leipzig. As much as I wish otherwise.
Wouldn't that mean...
The East, yes. Don't hold it against me. Hardly my choice. And I've never been much of a comrade anyway. Too
We're
many
just
books,
gossiping, but
not enough
also,
work
yeah,
spirit.
there's war crimes going on, and we're just like, let's talk some shit. How did you get here? I don't really
I'm sorry
care where
for
you went
asking,
to school.
but
I don't
how
care.
did you end up here then?
I crossed before 52. It was easier then. No fences, no restricted zones. You just had to worry about the patrols.
I don't really care.
I
about
have a
that
different
answer.
I have some questions about somebody.
Who would that be?
Let's. How about Paula? We haven't asked about
Our
Paula
legal
at
assistant,
all.
Paula.
She's wonderful. She can be a bit of a pain, but she's wonderful.
What?
Truth be told, the whole place would fall apart without her. But don't let her hear that.
What do you mean a pain?
What do you mean she can be a bit of a pain?
You might have already noticed, but she can be rather,
Chat.
let's be honest, nosy. Unless you get something in a sealed envelope, it's safe to assume that she's already taken a peek. I don't personally mind, but I believe it can get on one's nerves.
Okay.
This place falls apart without one legal assistant?
Without our only one,
I mean, I would
and that
imagine it
woman
would.
does
you,
the work
you
of an
would
entire
need a legal
team
assistant.
without complaining. Well, no, she does complain, but not earnestly. Just don't ask her for coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee?
Don't. Trust me on that.
Oh, she probably makes bad coffee. I'll never understand that though. How do you make bad coffee? If it's a machine, I assume. But even if it wasn't a machine and it was another, how do you make Like, if, like, burning it? How? Or am I just really good at making coffee and I can't understand failure?
I have a different question. I think that's all for now.
Don't be a stranger.
But what do you mean burnt and overcooked? If you put it in a machine, how do you do that? How do you overcook something that has an off, like an auto off? I don't understand. I don't really want to talk to anyone else. I kind of just want to leave and then come back for tomorrow. Let's do this. We ended up doing this demo the whole time. We didn't play any Nancy. We can still play Nancy if you want to stream a bit longer than normal, but this ended up being a very long demo, which is great because it gives you a whole case. But I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know that it was gonna happen. Too strong? That sounds like it would be better coffee. God tier coffee maker. Bad tasting beans, but that's not that one individual person's fault, right? Too much coffee, not enough coffee, cooked too long. They probably do cook it on the stove. Yeah, but people can still say that they make bad coffee today, and I don't know what that means. I only do K-cups? How dare you? How dare you? Instant coffee. Mineka's night market demo. Oh, okay. I did get Mr. Saito as well. I am planning on doing a demo day, hopefully on Monday, but it is just because it's the last day, or no, Monday and Tuesday are the last days of Next Fest, but I'm still in the middle of taking care of things on my end, so it depends on when things kind of get scheduled, but I am hoping to do a demo day on one of those days and play everything else, because I have so many demos I want to try.
Miss Katz, a second?
Where are you? Hi.
Yes, Paula?
Mr. Schickert, the witness you wanted to see? I'm afraid he arrived a bit early. He's waiting for you in the conference room.
Already?
I know, I told him he might have to wait.
He will.
That
I don't
he
care.
We did specify the time.
Of course, Miss Katz.
He can wait. I don't give a shit. Why do I have to cater to a Nazi? The answer is I won't. I will not. I'm gonna read files first. This is all the same stuff, actually. Wait, all the files I have are the same files. There's no new files. Okay, fine. Well, hopefully I made him sweat a little bit. I guess I'll go now.
Mr. Schickert, I didn't expect you yet.
Arriving on time means you're 15 minutes late.
I don't know.
I'm glad you're so cooperative. Thank you
It's
for
the 13th, which is Monday. Yeah, that's what
My
I thought.
name
I thought
is
that was
Esther
right.
Katz.
So I'm
I
gonna
am
try
the
to do Monday.
prosecutor in charge. I'll cut right to the chase. What happened on the 28th of April back in 45?
So, you're finally reopening the case, aren't you?
Finally? What do you mean finally?
You seem excited about this. What is it to you?
Let me put it this way. I still have a score to settle.
Oh,
It
is he
is
gonna name
time for
names?
some gentleman to answer for what happened back then.
Just to be clear, you are referring to?
Kibitz and local group leader Feldman.
Oh!
So, your superior and your colleague. What had happened?
On that day, Feldman, Kibitz and I had captured
my
an
God.
alleged insurgent. We had taken him to the district office and locked him in a cell. It was an old man.
Was his name Hans Naumann?
Oh
It's
my
more
God.
than 10 years ago, but I'm pretty certain that this was his name, yes.
What did the district building look like?
It had been moved to a brewery because of the air raids. There was an office, individual cells, and a long corridor lined with boxes, barrels, and bottles.
Please describe the situation.
I was in the hallway with Mr. Kibitz, while local group leader Faltmann was in Schwarz's office to report to the district leader.
Okay. I think that's the same information so far.
Shortly after, the two men came out. Pointing to the cells, the district leader gave the command.
Oh.
What kind of command?
He ordered us to shoot the prisoner.
What happened in there that they decided this?
Can you tell me more about your local group?
We mainly wrote reports and helped in the district where help was needed.
Okay. I don't know if I have to look at everything and re-ask. It's not everything, but maybe there are certain things that I can clarify.
How did the members of your group spend their free time?
I see.
They went drinking together.
It's like
Not
Oberdin.
me, though.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes sense. Oh,
I prefer being home early and getting a healthy
where you like move
sleep.
around the crime scenes? Okay, so he says he was not participating in that.
The district leader returned to his office together with Mr. Kibitz. Mr. Feldman asked me to follow him. Together
Okay.
we walked down the corridor to the cell where the old man was kept.
So far, I feel like it's the same, but he's about to spill the tea about, like, who ordered what.
I can still hear the air raid siren in my head. I remember Mom waking me up. Pack your things, get into the basement.
Oh! That scared me. Native Tech, thank you for gifting a sub to Moobot. I love that Moobot is such a big subscriber, such a fan of our content. Thank you for the gift sub. Okay.
How did you make sure you had enough electricity?
We had a generator for
I
power
wonder
outages.
why I'm asking
and
questions about a
oil lamps.
generator. Is that going to be important?
We had these oil lamps everywhere. In the bathroom, in the living room, in the kitchen.
Okay, I guess that's fine. I already know what the deal is with the cell.
Describe the cell to me.
Small and dirty, with a narrow, barred window just under the ceiling. Not that the prisoners in here deserved much more. They were there for a reason. Most of them, at the least.
Well, I mean... Okay.
What did Mr. Faltman do?
The group leader raised his voice.
Oh boy.
Do you remember his words?
He told me to shoot the prisoner.
Okay. Yeah.
And did you shoot the prisoner?
No, I did not. The man was clearly innocent.
Uh-huh. What do you mean, clearly?
You
I
did
mean,
not?
I know.
Really? Just like that?
Not just like that. I refused
Yeah, didn't
the
he say-
order
didn't they
because
say
the
that one more
prisoner
person was in
not
here?
the man we were looking for. He was accused of... what was it again? I remember someone mentioning it.
Just a second. I have that somewhere.
He was accused of the flagpole thing. Let me see. A communist insurgent who carried out highly treasonable actions. So this is the reason why they did that. What has Mr. Noman been accused of? This. Submit.
According to the
Wrong!
former prosecutor's report, Mr. Naumann carried out
I got it
highly
wrong.
treasonable actions.
That's what they called it, all right. But what kind of actions are
Is
we
it the
talking
flag?
about
Is it the
here?
flag?
The whole thing didn't match up. Besides, group leader Faltmann himself had said earlier that we had
Yeah,
only
because
taken
it was
him
from-
hostage.
Yeah.
Him and Kibitz had hoped that the perpetrator would turn himself
Yeah,
in
that guy said he
if
was in
they
here, but he
held
wasn't.
the old man hostage.
Why did they assume that?
Because the perpetrator was the son of the old man.
Yeah.
That's what they believed,
Correct.
at least.
So they had hoped the son would come to get his father released?
Exactly.
But you didn't think their plan would work?
They would just kill them
Doesn't
both.
matter what I was thinking. You can't just go and take a fellow German hostage.
How did your superior take your refusal?
Not well. He yelled, and I argued.
So it was an entire argument, not just him saying just no. Interesting.
Do you remember your words?
I told him that it made no sense and that we should refrain from doing that. Group leader Feitman then threatened me. He said he'd report me to the Gestapo, that I would be severely punished, possibly killed.
But you still refused.
Why was he so
I
adamant
did.
about this?
I just couldn't do it.
And then that last guy that I interviewed, I bet he just did it himself. I bet you.
I left the room.
Yeah!
Outside the cell, I met Kibitz, who was about to enter.
Right,
A
but
gun
he said
in
he'd
his
been
hand.
in there the whole time.
Cocked. The next thing I hear is the shot.
Me? Or not me. The guy I'm talking to? Did he... Wait. What? So you're saying... Wait, you're saying that he's the one who shot the guy, right? Which we... Right?
So what you are saying is that Mr.
I believe
Kibitz shot
it.
him.
I honestly
He
do
did
believe it.
indeed. I know it.
But why would he do that? What was his reason?
What do I care about his reason? What he did was wrong. That's why I'm glad the case has been reopened. You break the rules, you get punished. That's the way it should be.
We will make sure the right people face the consequences, Mr. Schickert. Thank you for coming in.
The pleasure is all mine. Goodbye, Miss Katz.
Interesting.
That
The
is
suspects
interesting.
contradict each other in multiple aspects. I could use the reconstruction board to get a better idea, or update Mr. Bauer. I can also just call it a day.
No
I feel a headache
way.
coming. I should still at least ask Paula to invite the last witness.
Okay, let's do that first. And then
Now
I think I'm going
that
to talk to
was
Bauer
quite
first
an
to see if he has
interesting
any
development.
questions. And then
Somebody sure
they
is
could
lying.
point fingers at each other. That's also true.
Can't say I envy your job right now, Miss Cutts. Oh, before I forget, there was another call from your father for you. Wanted you to call back. Apart from that, how can I help you?
Mubot never misses a stream. It's true. He's here all the time. What about the third suspect?
Could you locate the third suspect, Alfred Feldman?
I'm on top of it. He should be arriving soon. Anything else?
Where's Mr. Bauer?
Have you seen Mr. Bauer today?
Oh no, he didn't come in.
Ugh,
I think he's following a hot lead right now.
great.
I even remember him mentioning a contact in Argentina. Can you believe it? Argentina.
That sounds very promising.
Anything else?
Okay.
Are there any updates about the personal files?
I suspect I already sound like
Oh,
a broken
that's
record
right,
to the
because we're
Berlin
waiting
Document
for
Center.
them and it's going to take forever.
Sadly,
to
no news
arrive.
yet, but I will keep you on track once I hear something. Anything else?
Thank you, Paula. That will be all for now.
I don't know how
Here
to
if you
rename
need
a bot,
anything.
actually. I've never tried that. So he's not here, but I could do my board. So let me do that first. I could do that from the menu too, but whatever. Okay, now that you've interviewed two witnesses, you can see that they contradict each other in some of the steps. Switch to step 4 and enter edit mode like last time. 4. This time you have you have access to two versions of the event. Expand them to read how the descriptions for the current step differ. Okay. Now, rather than moving all figures by hand, you can simply apply their version to the current step by using the preview function. Select the statement you want to preview, then click the eye icon or press the preview button on your controller. So, this is the one we did. So if we don't do that, see how the figures on the board now match the description? What? Wait, hit the confirmation button to apply it to your theory. Press play. Oh, I I see. So if you do this, then you can see this version. If you go to this version, then you can do that. Okay, so I guess they want me to do this. So let's just see what happens. Right, so then they all go to the thing. He gives the order to follow. And then he claims that all three of them went into the room. And then Schickert left to go outside. Wait. What? Be sure to check your case file to evidence that supports their claims. Keep in mind and proceed with the investigation. So, hold on, let's see. So for... I'm trying to figure out how to do it. What would you rename the bot to? Quizbot. So how do I change things? Am I confused? I don't know if I understand. Okay, well, let's see. Let's just see what happens, I suppose. If I did... Okay, I spoke in the hallway, right? With Mr. Sure. While Mr. Feldman was in the office with Schwartz. So then step 2, Mr. Feldman and Mr. Schwartz stepped out. The district leader gave the order for the execution. Yes. Okay. Mr. Feldman ordered me to follow him into the compartment. But then it wouldn't be Keebitz, right? He would have still been outside. How do I change that? I don't know if I can. Wait. Apply. Wait, I'm confused. He gave the order. Mr. Feldman ordered me to follow him. Why can't I move? Am I in the edit mode? Wait, I think Butspot is also really good. Nedbot? I don't want him in my chat. Trying to figure out how to move people around. Preview, apply. Preview. I can't. I'm confused. Wait, I need to. Let me wait. Let me back out. Maybe hold on. I understand it in theory. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it so that I can have two different things going on. So for this one, I spoke in the hall with Mr. Schickert when Feldman was in the office, and then this is the same thing. So step 2. Mr. Feldman and District Leader Schwartz stepped out into the hallway. Mr. Schwartz gave the order for execution. So they both say the same thing. Okay. Step 3. Mr. Feldman... I can't move them. It could just be a demo thing, though. Two statements onto the board. You can apply single steps of a statement to your theory with the wait. So I can't move them. Okay, they go outside. Step 3, they go back into the office. Why would I say that? That did not happen. They didn't go back into the office in step 3? Why would I say that? Oh, okay, God, I can move them now. Okay. Sorry, that was like a hard time with that. So I want to do this version. So Schwartz would still be out there. Okay. So Mr. Faltman ordered me to go in here. Okay. I would like to apply that. All right. And then for this step, Mr. Faltman told me to shoot the suspect, but I resisted. So the person who resisted is... Okay, so... Wait, so for this step, Keebit should still be out there. Sugar should be in there. Schwartz should be out here. And then Sugar would be the one who resisted. And Faltman is the one who threatened. Okay, so I'm going to apply that one. I hope it's saving my progress. I don't know that it's saving my progress. Let me see what I can do. It like keeps putting them back in the office on this step, and I don't know why that is. So, Sugar and Faltman. These two should be out here still. Then you go to this step. Okay. And then you go... Wait, why is Schwartz in there? Shouldn't Schwartz be outside? Schwartz should be outside. And then for this step, I left the compartment and went to the hallway. I ran to Kiebitz, who entered the cell and shot him. So, preview and apply. Did it just change it again? Wait, what is preview and apply? I feel like when I preview and apply, it puts it back to where I don't want it to be. Let's see if it saved it. I don't know. They go outside. He gives the order. So then those two go in here. I think it saved it. This looks correct. Okay, that looks right. Why did Schwartz go into the office? I guess it doesn't matter. The point is that all this stuff is happening, right? So I'm just gonna allow it. All right, so now how do I compare? I'm confused. So what if I want to preview this one? I feel like if I click preview and apply, it saves what you see on screen, but they have different stories. So it shouldn't be the same. Right? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm confused. I'm gonna call my dad.
Who do I want to call?
My parents.
Hello, Mom. It's Esther.
Esther, my darling. How nice of you to call.
Where's Dad?
Could I talk to Dad?
How rude of you. Don't you want to ask your poor old mother how she is?
Ugh, I'm sorry. You're right. How are you, Mom?
Terrible. My only daughter never calls. And when she does, she only wants to
Oh
talk to
my
her father.
god.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. Dad had called, and I was supposed to call him back.
It's all right, my dear. I'm just kidding. I know that your job is important to you, and unfortunately only your dad can help you. To answer your question, your father isn't home. You'll have to make do with me, but you're calling at just the right time.
Am I?
You are. I just invited the Müllers for coffee this Saturday. You have to come. I'm dying to show off my smart daughter.
Who are the Müllers? Do I even know them?
I don't think you have met them yet. They just
Ow,
moved into
my
the
arm
piano
hurts
floor
so
of the house
bad.
opposite.
Oh, did the Webers move out?
No, the other house. The Langs. You remember the Langs, right? Thomas
What is
Lang
happening?
used to work at the bank.
What is happening? What is happening? What's happening?
You used to play with their daughter. Black hair, a ponytail. Always got her dress dirty.
Oh no.
I just can't remember her name.
I really don't know who you're talking about.
What is
Anyway,
that?
I can't this weekend.
Oh, what a pity. The Müllers are really nice people. And they have this good-looking
I must have
son.
fucked over that
Mom.
daughter or some
All
somehow.
right. Just mentioning it. No ulterior motives. Another weekend then. Are you free the week after?
I need to get back to work now, Mom.
A shame. Thanks for your call anyway. Get back to me soon, will you?
Sure. Bye, Mom.
Goodbye, Esther.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
I thought I was supposed to call Bauer though,
Who do I want to call?
just to see if he.
He's the...
Oh, never mind. Okay, I'll go. Okay, bye everybody. I guess in theory you can talk to everybody. I didn't want this. I made a mistake. In theory you can talk to everybody. Check on my colleagues. Why? What are they gonna say to me?
Cuts.
Peters.
Oh, okay, I don't
Thank
have
you.
to. I think I
That's
used all their
all.
dialogue options already. I guess it just gives you the opportunity to ask them those questions at any time in the demo. Alright, I'm going home and then we have one more witness and then hopefully that should be enough to figure out what's happening, right?
The man was clearly innocent.
Group leader Falkman seemed to hesitate.
I just couldn't do it.
I felt uneasy. This wasn't right.
I met Kibitz.
But Shikat drew his gun.
A gun in his hand.
Back then, everyone was an ardent Nazi.
I think
Now
we're at the end of the
they all
demo, maybe.
claim to have resisted, doubted, hesitated, to have said no. Trouble is, somebody must have said yes. 2 suspects, 2 accounts. Both would have us believe their innocence. Both would point towards the other. But who tells the truth? Let's hope our final witness can offer some answers.
Oh.
Esther Katz. Are you Jewish?
Oh no! What do you... Ah, that's scary! Oh my gosh. I have a feeling, now that we're getting towards the end of this case, I feel like a lot of things just happened. Because also her like vision that she has from her past, plus like a confrontation. I'm afraid. my god. The cliffhanger. I know, I was waiting for that to come up with somebody. I didn't know if it was going to come up with her or with somebody else, but like, it's got to come into play at some point, right? So, yeah, it's wild. You're making an OC. Oh my gosh, your character sounds amazing. Oh my gosh! She sounds so cool! The survey, I think, is because, is the survey to, now that we've played the demo, I think it's like to send to the devs, which I can do later. But wow, that game, obviously, I think it shocked all of us. Just going blind to that was wild, but the mechanics are great. The art is great. The story is intense, but very detailed. So I think, yeah. Oops, I guess I didn't need to go to the main menu. That was great though. I'm excited to see what happens later. I wonder if I save it, if the game comes out, we could just start picking up from where we left off? I don't know. But let's, stop that there. Yo, that was a 2-hour demo. Dang, that's great. I'm glad we got that much time with it. Oh my gosh.